I moisturize, so we're good.
Okay.
High def. There we go. It's good.
I have more things than I think I need.
That's a good feeling.
We're live on
Hello,
cyberspace.
everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm so excited about my things today.
Oh my gosh.
That one, you're line 8, Molly. I was like,
I mean, one of them is like field tested.
mother approved. Yeah.
Exactly. Field tested, wine mom approved.
Okay.
Man, I hope I remember that in the show. Oh, I should be recording. Speaking of which,
Uh,
I believe you will remember.
we got a free subscription to the Sunday Print LA Times.
yeah.
Oh. I thought the Sunday Print was an infant newspaper.
No, like the LA Times gets left on our doorstep.
Ooh.
And so it was like, well, because I was subscribing to the digital. They're like, we're giving you the Sunday version for free. I'm like, you're giving me the Sunday version so that you can claim more circulation to your advertiser.
Yep.
And I use the term advertiser in the singular on purpose.
I was wondering about that actually. That's horrible and awesome.
But anyway, there's a comic section still. Did you guys know this?
That's adorable.
Yeah, I get the Sunday Chronicle. I'm not sure why, and then I keep forgetting to cancel it. But every time I'm like, oh my god, comics!
Is
Sometimes
Funky
Eli and I will
Winter
sit there and
Beans
read
still
them.
going strong?
I don't think so.
Well, I can't remember which one it was, but there was one that made a wine mom joke.
Mm.
Mommy's weird when she has her mommy juice or something.
Oh god.
I was like,
Oh
Feels
god.
like a Kathy.
God.
I was just gonna say that's like Kathy vibes, and it's it's outdated.
Ack. I'm a wine mom.
We're moving
Ack.
on. We're moving on from Wine Mom.
I remember
do
when I would
better.
make my way from the newspaper comics to then when you were done with that, when you read like the Marmaduke, you were scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you move over to the cereal box, and you're like, all right, I'll do the maze again. Here we go.
I will
in
say.
the bullpen,
Oh, go ahead. Uh-huh.
Sorry. If you could look at
Important.
lines 101 and 102, I feel like I could hold 101 till I find out more.
Let's see.
It's not
I gotta get
prepared.
over there.
You gotta go 102. You gotta go 102. But 101 made me spit laugh.
I want that. I want.
Should we just?
Yeah.
102 could hold two, actually.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
can. Yeah,
Let's
totally.
Just, let's just go for
I
it.
think we need to have that.
Further research be damned. That reaction
Plus-
tells me everything I need.
Oh
to
yeah,
know.
yeah. Totally. Plus, with 101, it's just a nice vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, with my line 8, your
Oh, yeah.
101.
No,
then we
you're
just
right.
get
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
a debauched,
They're of a kind. Let's face it.
debauched vibe.
All right. Good.
Oh my god!
Let's get
You
this
remember in the
party
prediction
started.
show? This is like strictly pre-show material, but you remember in the prediction show when I was like, I think that drinking is going to make a comeback, and there's like it goes with the mocktail backlash. I didn't know that it was going to be because the FDA was going to be industry captured by the alcohol industry and be like, no, drinking's fine for you.
We promise. We promise.
I didn't. I just thought people would be like, I want to drink. I didn't know it would just be straight up corruption.
Yeah. It
But
was
okay.
Doctor recommended.
Whatever it takes to be right, I think is
And
is the
I
approach here.
apologize that I was not in the streaming into the Discord as usual. I am now streaming into the Discord as usual.
Hello,
Man,
Discord.
I don't know why, but I should not look at the predictions.
Oh my God, Lee! I saw a message the other day that was like, or like an Instagram the other day that was like, do the producers of Love Island have a moral responsibility to tell the contestants that like World War III is starting? And I played this whole thing out in my mind that was basically just like, I got a text, and then it would be like narrator, Islanders. You know what? Never mind. You're in Fiji. Like if you're gonna get blown up anywhere, like screw it.
Yeah. That could be all that's left.
Yeah. Or if you're gonna get nuked in Fiji.
Keep them in blissful ignorance.
Yeah. God, Love Island. Whew.
I mean, there's your post-apocalyptic dystopian novel. Love Island is the only thing that survives.
Oh my God. And they and those idiots
It's
have to
Lord of the Flies
repopulate the world
2.0.
and survive without lip fillers.
It's a bit Douglas Adams.
It's rough.
They would probably eat each other for lip filler, honestly.
Yeah.
You're ruining the twist of the novel.
They would be each other's lip fillers.
It would
if
be
you
each
get my
other's lip
drift.
fillers, exactly. I couldn't go without collagen, so I hacked into his bones.
So I ate you.
That's the denouement that you realize they're having this horrific savage warfare for lip filler.
Dude, that's good, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's write this.
I feel like it's okay if AI just writes that.
yeah.
just
that's
to
what I
get
was
it knocked
exactly
out.
gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
Like we could just have ChatGPT.
Yeah, like
handle
that's-
that
We'll
one.
look
You
it
know.
over a little.
We'll look it
Yeah,
over,
we'll
right?
give it
But
a
just like
scan.
knock out a quick story.
We'll just
couple
like
tweaks.
find, replace, remove all M dashes.
The twist
Yeah.
is that they had plenty of food all
We
along.
hope this novel finds you well.
They had a whole bunker full of food, but they ate each other for the collagen. I mean, that's incredible.
No, that's
Wait, do we need someone from like outer space to come down as the fish out of Love Island water?
Yeah, to be
To-
like reading the history of what happened or watching the tapes back because
Yeah.
there's still all the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
So they harvest all the footage.
and
discover-
that's your frame story.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna use up all my Claude credits writing the story for the next.
dude. I mean, this is good.
We
This
knew
is
there was an
good-ish.
apocalypse, from the clear signs of a nuclear devastation. However, it turns out some people could have survived. Here's why they didn't.
And then they found all this footage. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's so good.
That's great.
Speaking of AI, can I say I don't know if this is a thing for anyone else. Okay, using Claude, but Claude has the research capabilities now.
Yeah.
Deep.
I have like a panic moment when I don't want it to do a
accidentally
full
press the button.
research thing.
Yes,
but it does
goddamn
the
it.
research, and then it's like, oh, you can't use this till 4, and I'm like, I got a work day.
And it's because
just
the
wanted to
button-
know about
It's
how
just
a
a
refi works. I don't need the research. Oh god.
it's a huge interface problem because you want to tap into the button into the field to just start typing, but then you accidentally hit research. No,
Check
and
back
then you
in
launch
10
a whole
minutes.
thing. Check back in 10 minutes to 5 hours while I can make a whole report for you.
Which is
No.
like when I want the report, it's hit or
Right.
miss, but it's
Yeah.
pretty good. Does
Yeah.
a pretty good job, but
No, I'm with you. Interface problem.
Well, shall we
Yes, let's.
commence the proceedings?
Let us. This is already gonna be like one of my favorite shows. I'm just marking this
just
now.
the topics, the energy, it's all here.
Just star it. Star it.
All right, let's clap it up then in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, that definitely wasn't my best clap.
Do we want to reclap?
Aw.
I don't know.
You don't feel
I
good
heard-
about it?
We're good.
I-
We're fine.
No, I heard your claps before mine, which
Which
that
never
should
happens.
happen. So,
Right.
I'm just warning you, Rich. Okay.
It's because you're on the road.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2.
Give it to me.
Hey everyone, I'm Molly Wood.
And I'm Tom Merritt.
Welcome to It's a Thing, the best podcast in the world, the weekly podcast supported by you that's all about things that are things.
We are the champions, is what I
We
like to think.
Are the champions. If you are joining us for the first time, and I hope you are because that would be so exciting, welcome to the show. Can you imagine having a library like this to go through
Oh my
as a
gosh.
new podcast listener?
Yeah.
Don't worry. All the stuff the kids are saying, we got you. We got you, boo.
I never thought of going into the historical archives of It's a Thing as a way to understand why that happened for someone. They could be listening to an episode from 5 years and going like, "That's what that meant,"
That's
right?
what that was. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh yeah, I remember that was on every restaurant
I never
menu for
understood
like
why that happened.
that 1 year, and then it was
Yeah.
gone. Like Fernet tastings. I
Yeah.
just used one random example that jumped into my mind. Remember
Orange
for
wine.
1 minute, I think
Yeah.
I might have missed on that one.
Well, we are making
Anyway,
history
welcome.
now for those of you who are keeping up with us in the present.
Yes.
And part of that history can be worn on your face or your shoulders with It's a Thing merch. That's not lazy. It's not lazy merch. That's how I would describe it.
No, it's outstanding. It is
Yeah.
outstanding merch. It is
It's
like
working for you.
it's the kind of merch too that's just going to make you feel smarter because it's just all a big inside joke. It's amazing.
Mhm.
You're going to love it.
And
But also
someone
you
is
get to
gonna
buy
say,
things that are things.
Where did you get that?
Yeah.
is what you're gonna. Yeah.
Yep. Where did
If
you
you
get
want
that bucket
that,
hat that says
check it out.
microdosing sunlight? That is hilarious.
It's so good.
So good.
All right, so go check that out. it'sathing.me/shop is where you do that. Let's get to my first thing, which is going to save you money so that you can spend it in our shop. Upcycled food. I am not the originator of this thing. In fact, I believe I first heard of it on Molly's podcast, Everybody in the Pool. When you were, what's the name of the startup?
Flash Food.
Flash Food. Yeah.
Yep. So cool.
And then I was like, oh, when's that going to come to LA? And we're still on the list. They haven't come. And then the other day, Eileen, my wife, and that's sort of an indicator of a thing when Eileen unprompted tells me about a thing. But she pointed out this app called Too Good to Go, which lets you reserve food from like donut shops, bakeries, even grocery stores. There's an Italian restaurant on here that is going to go to waste otherwise, and then you can get it. So
It's
a lot
awesome.
of times it's a grab bag of donuts. You don't get to pick them, but they're not day old. They're still fresh.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I am obsessed with that app. It's so awesome. And screaming
And then
deals.
The Conversation did a story called "Upcycled Food is on the Rise. Here's what you need to know," as a way to like prep you for taking advantage of upcycled food, which I guess is the thing. Upcycled food.
Wow. I'm so excited that it has a name and
Yeah.
that's what we're calling it. Because, well, first of all, I'm just so freaking delighted that like fighting food waste is a thing. Like,
Yeah.
what? Worlds collide. I want to cry from the awesomeness. It's so wonderful.
I was trying to make this be Molly's thing. She's like, no, you're identifying the trend.
No,
This
you
is
spotted
good."
it. Yeah, like I'm too close, apparently. I did not realize that it had become a trend outside of my weird little circles. But this is wonderful. And I love this. I love this. I mean, I'm kind of curious about whether the phrase upcycled works, but maybe it does. But there's like all kinds of there's a restaurant in San Francisco called something Trash Pies,
Oh,
where they literally use ingredients that would have otherwise been thrown away. to
yeah.
upcycle
That's a
back
big part
into-
of this too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not just going and finding food that would get thrown away otherwise, but there's people making new food out of the food that would have been thrown away and using it as ingredients.
Yeah, Shuggies Trash Pies. God, I gotta go there. I have like a big gift certificate to Shuggies Grass Pies or Trash Pies because I did a panel with like Flash Food talking about this whole thing, which again couldn't be happier that it's a trend. It's like pizza, trash pies.
The
Upcycled food.
conversation article is warning you on buying supplements or products
Oh,
that
yeah.
are
I wouldn't do that.
marketing themselves as healthier because they contain upcycled ingredients. And it's not warning you that they're bad for you. They're saying, first of all, like any health product, evaluate the claims carefully. But also, secondly, they may not have that much upcycled stuff in them. They may
Of
be trying to
course.
make you feel good, but they only have to have 10% upcycled ingredients in order to use the term upcycled in the U.S. So
Interesting.
it's, if you really want to be doing the most, you would go get them directly through one of these apps that we were talking about. But there's also people like taking the pressed apple remains from apple juice or the leftover grains from beer and using them to create other products, which is cool.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, there's a whole like the nerdy wonky word for that is waste to value. There's a waste to value chain. So like take things that would otherwise be waste and create value from them, which like why wouldn't you? I mean, it's sort of just like there's this unbelievable free resource just laying around and being thrown away for no reason other than excess, other than we
Yeah.
are too rich as a society in most cases. And even like you can start to get into the conversation about best buy dates and expiration dates and how kind of artificial those are, which I'm sure that Tom knows a lot about from your upbringing. But like it's and it's sort of like, yeah, if you can take that and make it into something else and get money from it, like where else does that opportunity exist, just business wise?
To me, it reminds me, it's like an industrialization of everything my grandparents did because
Yes.
my grandparents on my dad's side had all their children in the 30s. Let
Right.
that sink in.
Mhm.
Like they basically raised 5 children during the Depression. And so you talk about there was no food waste from my grandma Roxy. So
Yeah.
like, she figured out how to use every part of everything all the time. And that got ingrained into me. And like I would see people like friends and even family and stuff just throwing away food. I'm like, what are you doing? You know, or just letting food spoil. I'm like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Because and so I love that this is, you know, just becoming not only an acceptable but an encouraged way to do things. It's great.
I love it. It's absolutely wonderful. Yay! What a feel good. What a feel good thing. My next thing will make you feel good, even if you have to get over the hump, and then parts of it will make you feel bad, and then you will wonder who you have become. That you are the kind of person who's like, yes, I did put jalapenos in my Sauvignon Blanc. I did do that, and in fact, I would go so far as to say it was amazing.
Yeah.
And is the drink of the summer, according to People Magazine.
Really? Oh my gosh.
So I saw a really funny, Instagram post about this. Like, dramatic gay Southern man being like, don't do this because you will drink 2 bottles and get Tina Turnt, which is my new favorite phrase ever. And I was like, what that? I do like spice. Let's try it. And so me and my friend Annie tried it. And I freaking loved it. And what's crazy about it, okay, so what you do is you slice jalapenos and by the way, like adjacent thing is that we refer to Sauvignon Blanc as Savi B. Like, I don't know who started doing this, but all the wine moms and ladies call it this. It's like
imagining a wine mom rapper.
Savi B, exactly. I remember someone telling me asking me once if I wanted a Savi B on ice. And I was like, I love this lady. Like, this is absolutely, it's like a Cosmo, like you used to say a Cosmo. Now you're like a Savi B. So apparently we are now spicing up our Savi Bs with jalapeno. And what you do is you slice the jalapeno and then you freeze the slices and then you drop them into the wine. And I was like, do you have to, marinate it? Like, you can infuse tequila with jalapeno, that kind of thing. No. Oh, no. You just drop those little slices in there, and all of a sudden, your wine is spicy as a mofo.
Wow.
Just boom, like instant spicy.
It's the Mexican chocolate of wine.
Yeah, kind of. It's the hot onesification of wine.
Like,
I don't know why in America everything has to be spicy, but it turns out that spicy Savi B is actually, like, pretty awesome.
I think spicy is a meta trend, right? Like,
it is.
Like just on top of it. And people tend to crave spicy. If you can handle spicy, you tend to crave spicy more the more stressed you are.
Oh God, really?
Mm-hmm.
That you just made it sad. Because somebody literally sent me a photo of like somebody's menu. Now I have to look it up, but it's somebody's menu and it's like every single thing on the menu has jalapenos on it.
Wow.
It's just this like, did you buy too many jalapenos and that's what happened?
Are these COVID jalapenos that are about to go bad?
Yeah, like what? The friend who sent it to me is like, is this what happened to your wine? Like, you bought too many jalapenos and then you had to put. Now, the other reason that reminds me of why this is so fun is because for wine snobs, it's just torture for them. Like, you were just twisting the knife. I'm like, yep, I bought a $12 bottle of Josh Savi B and I dropped some frozen jalapeno slices in it because it's summer. Suck it.
Well,
delightful.
My next thing is actually worse.
Speaking of stressed.
Yeah, because Halle P and your Savi B, is probably a good thing if you keep it
Halle
in.
P. My God. You're so funny. I couldn't even let that go by. That's amazing.
It's good if you keep it to 1 or 2, right? It's only bad if you overdo it. Reuters, though, has me thinking that maybe what's now a thing again is cocaine.
If spicy Savi B doesn't relax you like you were hoping it would, apparently cocaina.
The other way. A UN report says global cocaine boom keeps setting new records. The global cocaine trade is the fastest growing illicit drug market. Production in Colombia is surging with users in Europe, North and South America.
Oh my God.
Cocaine's back, everybody.
Shout out, hands up in the
Everything from the
Discord.
80s
Who's
is back?
everything from the 80s is back. Like, yeah, basically like wine coolers, despair, greed, nuclear war, and cocaine. I
Yeah.
guess it kind of did sort of have to fill out your bingo card that way. It was somewhat inevitable. That is wild. By the way, this is where we should say that just because we talk about something on It's a Thing does not mean you should
You
adopt
should
that
do
thing.
it. You should do it. Yes.
We're just
very
letting you
clearly so.
know.
Yeah.
This
We're
is
letting
just
you know
for
it's
information.
happening. We're not always endorsing it.
I happen to have tried Savi B with Halle P. Just fucking
Scared me
hilarious,
there for
by
a
the way,
second.
and I'm telling everybody to call it that from now on. But of this list, there are 3 out of 4 that I'm into, and then the one we're just is information only.
Yeah, they're unlike alcohol, there is no research that says cocaine's good for you.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. None.
There
0.
might be some like medicinal use for it somewhere, but there's probably better, safer alternatives anyway. So
Wow.
yeah, cocaine's
Damn.
back.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie though. It wouldn't surprise me if at some point the menopause crowd finally is like, you know what? F it. Cocaine. Because one of the most enduring things that I have brought to the show in recent memory was menopause, because oh wow, is that a thing? And
Yeah,
various like iterations of the discussion and and women just being like super open about being in perimenopause and menopause and talking about the symptoms and all of that. Like, I mean, there's a huge influencer now on the internet who's just like basically like a menopause doctor. So that's a big thing. And then a thing that has grown out of this, and again, this is one of those, is it my algorithm questions? I started seeing this woman pop up with these freaking hilarious videos that are basically like, this is the We Do Not Care Club. I started this club for women in perimenopause and menopause who do not care anymore. And she lists all of these things that we do not care about. Like, we do not care if you catch us plucking our chin hairs at a stoplight, because that's the best light. And we do not care if we haven't pulled out the fridge to clean behind it, because we do not use behind it. Like, it is hilarious.
you know where we never go? Behind that fridge.
Behind the fridge.
Yeah.
Her name is Melanie Sanders. And she has just in the last like 2 or 3 days absolutely blown up. The New York Times wrote about her. There's a whole Katie Couric thing. There's like daily dot. Everybody is just like, because somehow she's hysterical. Like, she sits there and she just like, she's kind of in her like her jammies, and she might have like a neck pillow on, and there's always 4 to 5 sets of glasses like on her head and hanging off of her. And she's just like, we do not care. Like, we do not care that we did not plan what is for dinner. You also drove by the grocery store and could have, but she just is like, it's a movement. And then one day she just was like, I'm just crying in my car because I can't stop crying in my car. There's something about, and I think the reason it's so magical is, one, she's so funny and it's genuinely relatable, but also it's like, it's one thing to intellectually know that all this crap is happening to us, but to see it and feel it with someone in real time like this is just,
well, that's the magic of TikTok and Reels and Shorts and all of it, is whatever the topic, if you see someone who agrees with you, it magnifies that feeling in you. It's actually the double-edged sword of all of that stuff. This is more evidence on the pile of the premenopause perimenopause thingness that's going on.
Yes. Exactly. The fact that there's now a cottage industry of influencers around it. But seriously, like, these videos are like, who cares, whether you're in menopause or not? Like, go watch them because they're hysterical. There's like a lot of stuff in there that turns out I don't want to care about anymore.
Nice.
We do not care. She's got her little highlighter. She reads them off of a notebook, and then she crosses them off one by one. She's so funny.
That's great.
It's
We
huge.
Do Not Care.
The We Do Not Care Club.
Love the vibe.
Huge.
Very Gen X. All right, let's get to your... Oh, wait, we have to pick a thing of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Thing of the week this week.
Man. I mean, cocaine. No, I'm just kidding. I like
I was gonna say that too. Like, is it cocaine?
cocaine. I think it's either cocaine or jalapenos in
It's
Sabi.
definitely one of those two.
Realistically, it's probably it's more responsible to choose, but cocaine that's funny. Sorry, like I know it's
like Man
inappropriate,
of the
but
Year on Time Magazine. You know?
yeah, we're just saying.
We're just saying it's the thing. We're not recommending.
I'm not recommending it.
Yeah. Although I would to argue for Hallie Peas, it is a thing of the week.
You know what? Actually, that is true. It is a thing of the week.
All right. I think
Yeah.
that saved us.
I mean, probably the most thing of the week is the We Do Not Care Club, but I think, but Savi B is probably a little more universal.
Yeah, and it's got a little more staying power, maybe.
And we're kind of like rolling into the peak of summer, so like
Yeah.
you do need a recommendation for 4th of July weekend that we feel okay about.
And not that we should really, we should be pure and pick the thing of the week with no other motivations, but it makes a great title, Jalapenos and Sauvignon Blanc.
I mean, Hallie Peas and Savi B, like that's, I don't know how we're going to spell that, but I love
Yeah,
it. Also, Saray
absolutely.
TW points out that cocaine definitely does not improve hot flashes. So
No, it would not.
I can imagine that. Yeah,
That's
probably
a
would
very
not.
good point.
God, I love
all
this
right.
show. I knew I was going to love this show.
This is so good. Let's get to your things. It's only going to make it better. Feedback at itsthing.me. Doug on selling. We were talking about the idea of using the word selling in episode 369. Said, I'm all pretty sure you're likely to have gotten this information from others, but we were talking about the origin of selling as coming from maybe video games or sports, in a sense that may be a more recent place. But selling, as in making something look worse than it may have been, has origins in wrestling. When a wrestler sells, they're making something look like it's hurting them much more than it really is. When done well, it's to help the story they're telling. Think of the wrestler wrapped up in a submission hold and screaming like they're in pain. The good holds are usually legitimate submission holds. It may even hurt when put on, but the good and professional wrestlers aren't actually cranking that hard and trying to injure their opponents, though there definitely have been wrestlers putting on shoot holds and trying to hurt or injure someone else. On the other side, you have no selling, which is the opposite. One wrestler hits a move on another, but they act like it didn't faze them. The easiest example for non-wrestling fans I can think of is Hulk Hogan hulking up when someone hits him and he starts shaking his head and pointing at his opponent. It's something that should be done with care, and many of the old heads in wrestling definitely overused it, especially with younger talent, but that's a whole different conversation. Mostly wanted to make sure I point out where selling as a concept got its origins.
That is excellent. I would also be curious to hear from the global football fans, because selling a foul is a big one there too. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Multiple tributaries in the selling river, I think.
I know that times have changed and childhood loves have gotten more complicated. If you live long enough, everything that you used to love as a child will get a lot more gray, shall we say. But man, I used to get so freaking excited when somebody hit Hulk Hogan and he didn't even move, and then he would just start pointing at them and taunting them. Like, I would lose my mind.
It was a good bit.
It was a good bit.
Yeah.
Ambassador Domo writes in on a new viral food, not fried chicken ice cream. Life Raft Treats is a company based out of South Carolina run by Cynthia Wong, who founded the company in 2018 with her husband, and they specialize in unusual desserts that take advantage of her top-level pastry chef experience. Currently, they sell the product locally in South Carolina, but also sell some nationally through Goldbelly. They got turned down from Shark Tank last fall, want to take the company national, and are selling limited products using NYC Delivery and DoorDash in New York City. And basically, the deal is that it is called fried chicken ice cream, but it's not. Like, it has traditional sweet ingredients, and it is designed to look like a fried chicken leg.
Oh my god.
Which is very like, is it cake? You know?
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense that the next iteration of is it cake would be ice cream, but wow, like these really look like
chocolate covered cookie
chicken.
bar is the bone, and they coat it with caramelized white chocolate and crushed cornflakes.
Like, that's crazy. It looks just like a chicken wing. The bone thing is
Yeah.
almost even kind of upsetting.
Yeah. It doesn't
Dude.
taste like chicken at all. It's not meant to, but it's meant to
Right.
look like it. Yeah.
And it does. That is kind of fun. That's very fun. I like that.
Ambassador Domo also wrote in on Sardine Girl Summer. Is Sardine Girl Summer a thing? I have a feeling there's always time to talk about sardines, and it's a thing. Why, yes.
Correct.
And Rich noted that we have a Sardine Summer shirt in the merch shop. So not only
Yes.
have we talked about it, but you can buy a shirt, Ambassador Domo, and wear it around.
Yes,
This
the
summer.
shirt is adorable. It has a picture of a sardine on it, and it says, "It's a thing, best on market." Like, it looks very fishmonger font. So good. So good. Lon writes in with a possible new phrase. Hail, fellow denizens of the thingdom. I saw the phrase "my paralysis demon" a few times this week. Is this a thing? And producer Rich once again jumping in with a Know Your Meme article about how, yes, sleep paralysis demon refers to a series of jokes in which people post humorous representations of the visions they have while suffering from sleep paralysis, a condition in which a person will be conscious but unable to move their body. And they just post
Yeah.
like upsetting photos of things and say, "This is my sleep paralysis demon."
Wow.
Fascinating.
I used
All
to
right.
get sleep paralysis when I was in my 20s.
Oh God, really?
Yeah. The way I would get it would be like I would think I had woken up and couldn't move. And then I would like gasp, and then I'd actually wake up and realize I hadn't actually been awake because the light in the room was different or something. It was weird.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that sounds awful.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Joe, I'm not going to
Jesus.
sugarcoat that one.
I know, I'm
That's
like,
no
good
fun. Yeah.
God.
Joe Hood on graduations and summer. I finally come up from air after Juneteenth, high school senior, rising ninth grade, leaving a school, 2 graduations, baccalaureate, culminating presentations, senior nights, banquets, a parade, and I have some thoughts on graduation things. I'm about the same age as Tom, and I have to echo your thoughts on how graduation has become filled with so much more pomp than back in the 1900s. One thing I have noticed is that events and traditions slide in as small or one-off things and then never leave. For example, during COVID, my daughter's school did a car parade for graduating 8th graders, everyone distant but still able to celebrate. Now it happens every year. Laps around campus with decorated cars. Some parents even rent special cars for the event. It happened once, and now it'll never go away. A general thing I've noticed with my son's high school graduation and the algorithm feeding me constant grad content for weeks is the graduation thing of cords and sashes. These have become extensive in both college and high school graduations and are meant for honors and participation in clubs. Some people are decked out in cords and sashes like a Hawaiian covered in leis on their birthday. This is so much a thing that I have seen local high schools limit students to 1 sash and or 1 cord in order to keep things in check. I know it's not normal, but can I end on a question? Do either of you have a take on the thing of the theme of summer 2025? We've had Hot Girl Summer, Brat Summer, and other themed seasons to the point that I expect people to be trying to name 2025 summer. Have you heard anything yet?
Yeah, interesting. I actually have it's not Hot Girl Summer. It's not Brat Summer.
I mean, there's the sardines thing. That's
There's the
closest.
sardine. Yeah, let's call it Sardine Girl Summer.
I guess that's all we got now.
I feel like I'm trying to remember I feel like I brought maybe graduation leis last year around this
You did.
time because my friend was making
remember that.
graduation leis for her. Yeah. And when we went to my son's high school graduation, there were like vendors all out front selling the leis. But then, yeah, people wear colored sashes that mean specific things. And then there's like the leis and it's a huge thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember which store I was in, and they had graduation leis, like grocery store.
Yeah.
Right. It
Yeah.
was like, oh, that is definitely mainstream now. So
Yeah, completely. Love it. All right. If anybody has ideas though of the,
yeah, think of the summer.
the what summer Halle B Savi B summer? Like, yeah, I mean, I haven't heard a thing like
Yeah.
that.
I'm not even sure what the song of the summer is yet. It's already June.
I know. We just had the solstice. Like summer's kind of over.
Yeah. I mean, is
Wild.
it that depressing number one song? I don't know. Maybe Cardi B could be the number one song of the summer. I'm trying to remember the name of this. It's not really depressing, but there's that song that's kind of like a ballad. It's very slow. That's like dominating the global charts.
Oh, really? I don't know.
Yeah. Ordinary by Alex Warren.
Oh, yeah. I have no idea. GQ.com has 10 Song of the Summer contenders
Yeah.
from yesterday.
I mean, Sabrina Carpenter already had one.
Yeah.
Can Manchild be another one?
Manchild is on the list. Nokia by Drake seems to sort of be the general consensus.
It's still hanging around. Okay. Yeah.
Cardi B Outside, My App Fairy.
Luther.
Charlie
Kendrick Lamar.
XCX, Party for You. I will say I love this Leon Thomas Mutt song,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm happy that's on the list because at least I know one. Amine, Arc de Triomphe, Pink
Morgan
Pantheress
Wallen has the
tonight.
#1 song in the world with What I Want. I don't know if
Oh,
that's meant to
wow.
be a song of the summer though either. So,
It's probably Drake, if we're being honest, like annoyingly.
you think? I think it's Luther.
Okay,
I'm just trying to pick.
let's
a
call it Luther.
Kendrick
Also,
Drake.
yeah, I don't know.
Kendrick Drake. Get it?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I got it. I got it.
All right, let's do the
got it.
shout outs.
Let's do it.
This week's shout outs for our patrons at the highest level are based on city and state mottos.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Thank you to those of you patrons. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to remember Illinois' motto. I was going to ask if you remember Montana's motto.
I know. I'm totally like, oh God.
The bird
Hold on,
state.
I gotta look it
the
up.
land of Lincoln. How could I not? Yeah.
Oh, right. Of
I mean,
course.
it's not really a motto though.
Oh, yes. I remember
It's a
now.
nickname.
Montana's motto is oro y plata, gold and silver. Because it was
Yeah,
just
I don't
a
think
big
Land of
mining
Lincoln.
state.
Oh no, it's the motto. Land of Lincoln is
Uh-huh.
not a motto though. That's not a. Yeah.
And then my other home state, North Dakota, liberty and union now and forever, one and inseparable.
Now see,
Kinda
that's a
clunky.
motto.
That's a motto.
Yeah.
Doesn't really fit on a license plate, but it's a motto.
No.
Meanwhile, Montana is like extraction. Yay!
Hey.
Let's go. Anyway, thank you for supporting us at the highest level possible at patreon.com/itsAthing. Let's get to it. Dom, the hub of the universe.
Brian John Forcaro, we hope for better things. It shall rise from the ashes.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, bless. Morris Jones, strong deeds, gentle words.
Benjamin Forrest, the Forest City.
Hey, I see what you did there.
That's good. That's appropriate.
AJ Venturella, to be rather than to seem.
Lee Price, the Star of the North.
Kevin Sill, I take, but I surrender.
Interesting gambit. Thank you for letting me do Eric Duncan.
Uh-huh.
Heldhaftig vast beraden barmhartig.
I'm going to give it to you. Well done.
Thank you.
Jake Woods, to the stars through difficulties.
Oh.
Oh.
SW Texas, north to the future.
Lara Abel, she flies with her own wings.
Oh. Valor Trucks, if you seek a pleasant peninsula, look about you.
That is like the most passive aggressive state or city motto I ever heard.
That's
Oh,
right up there with Delta's gets you there.
gets you there. You want a nice place to live? Look around. Why do you think you need to leave?
Yeah. You're here.
Stay here and work the farm. AB Puppy, Domine dirige nos.
Oh, Latin. Louis Saint Amour, fluctuat nec mergatur.
Mergator.
Mergatur.
Mike Akins, it grows as it goes.
Ah, that one is from another time for sure.
Yeah.
Those are the shout outs for all of our best patrons.
you.
Our motto is you guys rock. So thank you for being part of the show.
Absolutely. If you'd like to join your fellow members, you get, by the way, not just shout outs. You can join at a lower level and get our Discord, where you can chat along live with fellow listeners as we record live each week, and an ad-free RSS feed. Who doesn't love that?
You can also support the show by buying our merch. Don't forget to check out the shopping page. It's athing.me/shop. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Lies. Got politicians to take that high. Just deal with them.
That is hilarious. By the way,
Fluctuat nec mergatur.
like Murgator.
Heavens, the Murgatroyd.
It grows.
Rich had to go to a meeting, so he can't explain himself for all that Latin.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
the Forest City is Cleveland.
Oh, it
That's
is?
how that got in there. Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yes. I shouldn't be surprised.
Oh,
We
that
hope
was a
for
fun
better
show.
things. It shall rise from the ashes. Is really like that's dark. That was a fun show. That was a solid summer show right there.
Yeah, it was.
That show was the song of the summer. How about that? Boom.
That's Detroit's motto?
The Ashes one?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
Wow.
jeez. Yeah.
A little prophetic there, Detroit. Yes, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Thank you, everybody, for being with us. I'm in Texas for Brian Brushwood's Creators Workshop that I'm helping him run this weekend. So I got to fly, but
Yeah.
it was a pleasure thinging with you all.
Thanks, everyone. Tom, thanks for joining from afar.
No problem. Thanks,
Appreciate you.
everybody.
Okay, bye.
See you later. Bye.
Give it to me.
Don't do cocaine.
Give it to me.
Do cocaine. Don't do it.
Give it to me.